Okay. So, if you are at this level, the only thing you're focused on getting is your physiological needs. You're looking for food, warmth, rest. Okay? So, who is someone who might be at this level? Like in real life? Yeah, Erica? Someone who's homeless, okay? If you are homeless, do you care about security and safety?
No.
How many homeless people do you guys see like sleeping on the sidewalk? Do you think they're caring about being robbed? Absolutely not. The only thing they care about at this point is food and water and warmth. Does that make sense? Okay. So the only way you can move up a level in this theory is if it's satisfied. Okay? So if I have food, I have water, I have warmth, and I'm rested, only then can I move up to my safety needs. Okay? So who is someone who has food, water, and warmth but is looking for safety? Yeah?
Maybe a refugee.
Okay, so maybe a refugee. Maybe they're being provided with food, water, and they have maybe some support, but they don't have that safety and security. Okay, good, yeah. A child, okay. So by safety, they might need, like, safety in their parents, right? Think about, also, okay, Isaiah.
Maybe a stay-at-home mom.
A stay-at-home mom, true, okay. Safety needs, all right. Think about even someone who's been abducted. Let's think like serious things, okay? Someone who's been abducted or is being held where they don't want to be, like even if like you have two separate parents, right? You have your parents are divorced, and you hate going to your mom or something like that. You might be in this state because you've got food, water, and warmth, but you don't have that security that you want because you don't want to be there. Okay, Isaiah, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Yeah, foster child.
Ooh, a foster child. Excellent. Okay. And even then, you can't even move from safety to belongingness and love needs as a like that's huge as a foster child, right? That feeling of love and wanting family and friends. You can't move from being safe into belongingness and love needs until you've met your safety needs. Okay? So if we're talking about a foster child who's been moved from home to home to home, they can't get here and make intimate relationships with their new families until they feel safe. Does that make sense? It really does. Okay, Ryan.
Don't these boys, like, they aren't safe at all, but, like, they have friends and they have some even have self-accusation. Like, they have all these top tiers, but they don't have the bottom tiers.
Okay, so who has an intimate relationship?
Not like that. I mean, I guess.
Are they friends or are they just acquaintances?
Like friends.
There are some who are brothers. There's the twins. That
Okay.
What's their names?
So, okay, so this is what our activity is today. We're going to get into it, all right? So if you're talking about safety needs, if you have your twin there, do you think that, okay, so they have food and water, right? If you have your twin there, you might have that safety. So then you can have intimate relationships and you can go up. If you are Ralph or Piggy, okay, you might have warmth. Do you have food and water? Lily?
I feel like thinking you're safe and actually being safe are
two very different things. True, good point. All right, now, once you have intimate relationships and you have a sense of belonging and love, all right, once you have that, then you move up to esteem, okay? So now you have prestige and feeling of accomplishment. This is like when you guys accomplish something and you're super proud of yourself, right? If you don't have these needs met according to this theory, Grant, then you cannot have pride in yourself, okay? Which kind of makes sense, because if you don't have the love around you to develop your self-worth, then it's going to be really hard to have some pride in your work, okay? Lastly, self-actualization. So this is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities, self-actualization, okay? In this theory, this is real hard to get to, okay? Self-actualization, to realize everything about yourself. So, this kind of plays into, because we talked about one of the allegories being biblical, correct? That's why I had you guys annotate the Garden of Eden to make connections to Lord of the Flies. We talked about yesterday, if you watched the screencast, we talked about what Simon might represent in terms of being like a biblical Jesus Christ. All right? Symbols, kids. So another one is a psychological allegory. Okay, we're going to get into that later because we need to know more about what's happening in order to talk about the id, the ego, and the superego. But this is a huge part. So what we're doing today, where are those papers? Oh, there. Okay. So you guys are going to work with a partner. I have you set with a partner. So Noah and Zayla, Kiara and Riley, Lily and Nate, okay, all the way through. You're going to work with the 3, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Does that make sense? You're going to talk to nobody but your partner. This is a group, this is a partner activity. So if you're talking to someone else, I know you're not paying attention, I'm just going to give you 0 to 10 for your participation today. Got it? Okay. So on your paper, you guys have to identify, actually I'll pull it up here so you can see it. Okay. So with your partner, you are going to write the name of each character in the level, oh goodness, of the hierarchy of needs where you think he currently resides. Okay? So I'll have this up here on the board so you can refer back to it. So you have to agree and identify where Ralph is on this hierarchy of needs, where Piggy is, Simon, and Jack. Okay? So you're going to put their names there. Understand? So you're going to put your name thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle, please. Excellent! Okay, number 2. Briefly discuss why you think each character belongs on the level you selected above. What needs motivate each of the characters? What needs are they striving to satisfy? Okay? So figure out, why did you put that character there? You can't just be like, all right, perfect, he's self-actualized. I want you to really think about it, and you have to discuss, okay? What needs motivate each character? So if you say Piggy is in self-actualization, what needs are met? What needs has he met in order to get there? Okay. Does he have intimate relationships? No. 3, why do you believe the characters are operating on the same or different levels? Okay. So what makes each character different? So if you put Piggy in the very bottom in physiological and you put Ralph in self-actualization, why do you think that? Okay. 4, based on the levels the characters are operating on, what do you predict will happen in Lord of the Flies? Alright? If all of your characters you decide are in physiological needs, that means that they have no safety, that means that they have no intimate relationships, and that means that they have no sense of love or belonging. Okay? So what do you think is going to happen in the book if that's the case? So really think about, like, if your characters are here, they have safety needs, but they don't have intimate relationships, what do you think is going to happen between the boys? If they don't have intimate relationships, they don't have friendship, they don't have love and belonging. Okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I understand. I need a little more guidance. You're speaking a foreign language. Okay. So I'll go ahead and pass these out. You only need 1 per group. Okay?
What's the outside standing? You know what happens.
Why would Alex spoil it?
Yeah, Alex, why'd you spoil it?
Alex,
Alright. Hello.
Hi.
Look at that.
Oh, good. All right, make sure you put both partners' names at the top.
So
Yes. So get some that's fine. So then pretend like you guys have done it. Think about like how you would predict it, okay, from this point on.
Sorry, I've already read this and I
So based off of this, don't tell me.
I'm not. I'm just letting them know that I don't know where we are.
well, maybe since like
So do people trust
it's not really gonna.
Okay.
Maybe.
So then, I'm not saying anything. I'm spoiled them.
Where is
Everybody should be on the
actually Ralph's on the financial
No, I don't.
So they have
What do
it.
you think?
Yeah, everybody.
Well,
Right.
the guy,
Oh, okay.
So, I mean,
Hey kiddos, real quick, bring it in. There's no right answer to that. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't have the perfect answer. What you say could be correct, but if I give you a counter argument, but I might make you rethink that. Okay, but you guys can all have different answers. There's not one right thing for this. Okay? Just want to clarify that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Raleigh, but it depends on whether I think at this point he is kind of like right now. Sorry, no one can.
Alright, so
Quite honest.
okay, so sign.
no, I feel like this put him there. What if not? No, like, no.
How come Simon is so? You only have to put one. Yeah, so you don't have to. Yeah. So what do you think Simon's? Simon is like a
really trying.
And then Ralph is
Yeah, it feels like
He realized.
when you like goes away. It's like so Ralph can go and like he's been like really just like he's taking off.
This is really interesting. Have any of you read this? Okay. So the way that you're sign it up, your prediction is really interesting. It's really accurate. Okay, of what you're saying about he's at a different level than everyone else.
That's why Piggy should be all Jack.
So where's
All Jack wants is food. He doesn't care about anything else.
Okay. All right. So you think he has food, water, and warmth?
If it wasn't for everyone else.
Okay, and then you think he has security and safety? Okay, how fast? Okay, so then
The hierarchy of me has three things to say. The hierarchy has to do with the presentation. All Jack.
So Jack, I think Jack is in security and safety. But what is Jack obsessed with? I mean, it's not like he's actually safe or sheltered. He's the most, I know, he's the one that's like, hey, I need to get home, I need to build some beers, who cares about cuts? Okay, good, so now explain, why is it, what needs are they looking for?
That's pretty good.
Piggy, I would say, okay, we'll put her there. And I think Jack is down there. He doesn't really care about having
There's one more kid, I forgot his name, but he does
food.
It's like
So he's on the bottom here.
And safety.
He doesn't have friends.
I didn't know Simon existed until halfway through the book.
He's just like a very positive. Yeah, he's like it's like you should have
The guy.
Like 60%.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, wait. So he doesn't have friends. He
doesn't have a feeling, or he gets a feeling of half that everyone getting killed. Oh, I read that jobs. I know. Yeah, right. No, not this one. He's hunting all the time. So that's not. And I think he is at the safety. He's not good friends, but he's had some. So it's just that's very safe jazz. Yeah. So he gave us like a love and friends and all that. That's the next part where I'm because no one's going to see. He has is in charge. It feels like he has to control over his life. Like she's like, oh, you're like high up, or like whatever. Yeah, safety.
Oh yeah. I have.
He's okay with being Jack and Ralph. Safe. So
oh, he has friends. And his friends. Big friends. Right hand man, guys talking.
No, I don't know. I want your weird words.
Oh, really? Okay. Simon put on.
Now it's like.
None of them are like down.
Yeah. Except for like the little ones.
Three blood.
How many?
I think that's what happened. I don't think they just put like a bunch of kids on a plane and took it by. Yeah, so the pilot would have died. And all those people would have had the most impact on dying.
Just all this, like Ralph is and then all right? Ralph is safe though. I wrote each tackle. I've accomplished my goal. Oh my gosh, Ralph's throwing it back and forth. No,
Summer takes
Jack like can't move. Justin.
throw it.
Hey, really, Justin? What was that?
I threw his water back to him.
Okay.
I missed it.
You need to not act like you're 10 years old. Because what if you hit Haley in the head or Zayla in the head?
Yeah, that almost.
Sorry.
Here's my piece of advice. Be smarter than the water bottle.
Be smart.
Okay, don't do it again.
It spells
I know, what the heck? Did you spell on it?
Look.
Well, I know, but that blew out harder.
Nobody else.
I literally
Did hit right in
sense
there.
that. He laughed in my head.
Yeah, I told him no. You're gonna
Ryan.
see it.
Ryan, did it hit you?
No. It hit my
You
shoulder.
need to keep working on it. I will keep your opinion.
I'm working on it.
What?
Not working.
I just different mindset.
What do you think will happen?
I want you to.
I think
I want you to go with what you've read so far. Up
Okay.
to
And I
chapter
think
3.
that Jack's
Okay.
and I think that sounds me. Actually, no, right now. Well, okay, if I predict what's going to happen based on what I know.
Justin.
Based on just these 3 chapters.
Alright, well, I think that timing
Yeah.
will not
I mean, he's also like.
You guys always have to keep
I
Justin.
talk about that.
I think Simon will be treated well because
Making
he's
him.
providing.
Okay.
So you're only up until chapter 3. Has he killed a pig yet?
And I think that,
So where is he at?
I mean, I guess.
No one's
Ralph?
So remember, Justin, it's from the bottom up. You can't move up until you've met that level. So has he met that food and
You
water?
can't see the back guys.
Your two questions had so
I know I did. I'm so sorry. He thinks he needs meat. So where is he at in terms of his needs?
And I know
I don't know.
that Jack.
I don't know.
I don't know. Are you sure?
He's technically smart, but he also has like the glasses right that starts fire, so it's like, oh, it's like inventions.
Alright, that
So,
Yeah, so why do you feel like silence?
You're so lucky you're not.
Okay, we're done. Yeah.
so like Jack's
Yes, we finished.
we got everything.
No, we're already done.
No, you're
Yeah. Editing. Yeah.
like correct. Do you actually?
Yeah.
Why? You just put Chrome.
I don't know, just keep it on.
You have an iPod.
Or I don't have
Never
to.
respond to my text. Now it's just phone taking.
Yeah. That's why.
Taking away.
So what do you guys predict?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thanks, man.
Do you want me to do better arguments, or do you want me to? Okay. Ralph. What is Ralph obsessed with?
Yeah.
Okay, so where would you
Yeah.
Why
do you laugh at me?
I don't watch the
But that's the
movies,
only
so I kind of
fire. The 2 things that he wants are fire and fire.
was like it was a movie. It was like it was
He was. Yeah, I remember when he would say that he's me.
I just wonder if it's
Because of the South, does he feel safe?
What do you I kind of know what the whole story about, but like I don't know if
Okay, but does he feel safe when he develop intimate relationships?
And then just explode.
Yeah. Book says that they are in love and they have mutual respect for each other.
No,
I can't even raise my hand.
I looked it up.
Rock. Rock.
And it gets worse. We'll see that relationship develop. Okay, no, Ralph, or no, Jack.
Hey,
I don't
Brian,
want to read the last thing.
Brian, you put Piggy down for warm.
Yeah, I mean.
I know.
I looked it up last year. I looked it up though, because I
Why did it call me? Why would it just call
looked
me?
it up.
Build on the ground. Build behind.
What?
Do it.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Jury is gonna be a war. One of them was out.
Okay.
And
So based off of where these guys are,
No way.
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna count how many legs this thing has.
What's the lowest IQ you have?
the lowest what?
I
I know some you like.
Yeah.
I have a 6 dog.
What's 1 times 2? Hey,
It's not possible.
who we're gonna see like the way your feet are like.
Dude, this thing has 42 legs. What? I found a centipede.
Oh, ew, get it out of here, Dylan.
Counted its
I'm
legs.
just looking at a second.
I'm counting one side. It's not that big.
Hey,
I'll eat it. Dude, if I eat it,
I will give you $100 if you eat it.
I'd like to do that.
No.
That's self-harm. Just step on it. Why do you have I was putting the
Yeah,
grass.
no, we were doing that. But
I was pitching higher than much. I was pitching a level higher.
because he's looking for friends, not looking for
I think he has.
He doesn't.
I think he has Ralph as in
Ralph called him Piggy.
But that was his
Oh.
Alright, go back to your seats, bring it back in 3, 2, 1, 0. Ryan, Aiden, go back to your seats. That was not a request.
She's got a pen.
We'll make you use this.
Wait, I like to get really fast.
I offered you Cheetos.
You think that makes up for your terrible attitude?
I ate them.
Alright. I know you didn't then.
I was hungry.
Alright, let's talk about this. It's okay. I'll let you eat your own food this one time.
Okay.
Okay. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Does this work? Yes, winning. Alright. Let's use where are you? Haley and Ryan. What did you guys put for Ralph? Self-actualization.
For Ralph, he
Yeah.
is like
Where'd you put
what
him?
do they stand for again? I put
Oh, sorry.
I put esteem needs because I mean he's working on. I mean, well, you could argue that he doesn't feel safe. He has developed friends, and he is the leader of the group. And a leader, as a leader, I feel like he feels accomplished that he was chosen as the leader.
Okay, so you say Jack is here, or sorry, Ralph.
No, a step above that.
Oh, you have him. Zayla, you want to counter that?
Yes.
Hit me with it.
He's completely focused on building shelters, so he obviously doesn't feel safe.
Zayla,
I would say he doesn't have many friends so far.
And remember, guys, you cannot go up a step until one is satisfied. Okay. So, does he have food and warmth? Arguably. Okay. Does he have security and safety?
yeah.
Zayla, you were saying yes, and Zayla said no. Why do you say yes?
I
Give
say
me
yes.
textual evidence from the book. Oh wait.
Zayla's right.
Okay. Someone else want to argue that, but can you give me examples from the text that they think he might be higher than safety needs? So, as a class, you guys concur that Ralph is probably at safety needs. Give me a thought. Okay, Nate has something to argue.
Okay, well, I was going to argue, but I don't have textual evidence.
Okay, so what do you think?
So I think he's actually on self-accusation.
Okay.
I feel like he has reached his full potential in the group so far.
Okay.
He's 1 through 3 because he is the leader of the group right now.
Okay, So you're telling me that he has physiological needs? He has food and water.
Yes.
You're telling me that he feels safe and secure.
Well, he might not feel it, but he might actually be it because
So he might be the safety.
he does have all the materials and everything. He just needs to put it together.
Is that accomplished though yet? Remember, you cannot move up until one is completed. Okay? Juliana has something else.
They do have 2 shelters. So I feel like he is safe, but he's worried about the rest of the group. And more of the little ones too, because not everyone actually cooperates together
Mm-hmm.
and does all that needs to be done. So he feels like the rest of them should be putting more work into the shelter so that everyone can be safe. But I think that he is safe.
So he's safe, but he's still focused on everyone else being safe.
Yeah, and that's
So
that's
arguably then, he's still in safety. Even if he thinks he's safe, he's still focused on the safety of everyone else. So your argument is still saying safety.
But I feel like he has it all the way up. The rest
But remember, you can't move up until you've squashed that one.
But he's safe.
But
he's
what
focused on other people's
what you just said is that he's focused on other people's safety.
Yes,
But I
but we're talking about
we're
him,
focused on Ralph right now. Though.
right?
Ralph's-
We're not
Yes,
supposed
and yes.
So he's safe, but he's working with the others. But Ralph is safe.
So you're telling me that he's not scared of the beast?
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah, he is. Okay, let me find.
I thought you said like there's no wrong and right answer.
There's not. I'm giving you guys an order.
He lied to you.
You lied.
Okay, chapter 3. Alright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to pull football.
Yeah. That wasn't the best idea, Justin.
Yeah, Justin.
A toss means this. A toss doesn't mean this.
Hey, you chucked that.
No, you
You
chucked
chucked
it.
it. Yes,
It's
it
in
is.
my shoulder.
It flew right by me. I was like, whoa.
Dude, it was going like
No,
top
it's
3.
No, that hurt. It almost
I feel like I got you.
You got Tom Brady in the class.
No, he didn't win it.
Yeah, you did. It was straight past his face.
I gently
hit my shoulder.
I gently tossed this to you.
Hey, let's check
That's got too much muscle.
Alright. Okay, here is textual. This is what I want you guys to consider about the fear. Okay? Alright. We need shelters, says Ralph. Suddenly Jack shouted in rage. Are you accusing? All I'm saying is we've worked dashed hard, that's all. They were both red in the face and found looking at each other difficult. Ralph rolled on his stomach and began to play with the grass. If it rains like we dropped in, we'll need shelters all right. And then another thing. We need shelters because of the... He paused for a moment and they both pushed their anger away. Then he went on with the safe change subject. You've noticed, haven't you? So he's about to be like, we need shelters because of the beast. He's like, I'm not going to say it. Alright? So is he still fearful
No.
from that quote?
Well,
Yes, Dylan.
Well, I have it at like the very bottom. Like, it makes sense that he doesn't seem safe because he has.
So you have him here.
Yeah, but like, I feel like you could argue that he's like up there, like the third one,
Okay.
because kind of has like a relationship with like Jack and with Jack. Because in the beginning they're like both like the leaders, and like when they're building the fire, they became like kind of like close friends.
Mm-hmm.
And in this chapter, they're like arguing, and I guess that's still a relationship. And when they went swimming, they
Okay.
like became friends, like made up for that.
So you're saying they're probably here, but you have them here because you know that he can't move up unless he's got his basic needs satisfied. Okay. So let's go to Ryan.
well, that quote it could just mean that like it's probably not right, but it could just mean he's like out of breath. He's kind of like down to your point. Because often when I'm arguing with my parents, like I'll bring up a topic and just not finish it because I don't even want to get into it. Type of
That's
thing.
what he's doing.
So he could not be scared. It could just him being that he's tired of that Jack doesn't see that it's a problem. Like if he needs to bring it up and explain to him, then I think that he might think it's a waste of time, just talking about that. So
Okay.
Just say it's not real.
Or yeah, he's
That's a good point.
Just say he's denying it. So
Yeah, so again, where does that put him?
on that,
If he's denying
if
the
he
threat.
is hypothetically, if he is safe and secure, it would put him all the way at the top because he is like working towards other people's not just himself, but for the group. It's himself, and that is his full potential as a leader.
Okay, Kira.
It does say, like, doesn't he have, like, a love-hate relationship with Jack?
Yeah, because remember he says he loves, they both have the love and a hate because they mutually respect each other's leadership and dedication to their different things. Because Ralph is like, we need huts, and then Jack is like, we need meat. So they respect each other's dedication, but they also hate each other because they can't agree on a single thing. So they're very different, okay? So, is that an intimate relationship?
Not really.
Do you guys know what intimate means?
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Like super close and like someone you would like tell like your deepest, darkest secrets to. That's intimate. Okay? So Ralph, I'm asking you, what do you think? Do Ralph and Jack have an intimate relationship? They're more rivals.
They're more
maybe.
friends, though. Like,
Not really.
No,
They argue quite a bit.
well, I mean, like, they wouldn't be intimate if they're not in an intimate relationship. They're a friend because I mean.
An intimate relationship is a friend. Okay.
I thought it was more than a friend.
No. So intimate can be different connotations. Like a marriage can be intimate, a friendship can be intimate. Okay, a relationship can be intimate. That word can be used, but it's a very close knit thing when that word is used. Yes.
Okay, so we put on the yellow one, orange one, or whatever, because he doesn't really have a good relationship with Jack, but he has a lot of respect from other people.
Okay.
So maybe they're like his friends. But yeah.
What do you guys think? So Justin's saying that he's at his belongingness and love needs because he doesn't have friends, but he has the leadership abilities where he's liked by other people.
I would say that although they look up to him, he doesn't know many of them on a personal level.
So he can't be in that. Okay, Kiara.
Like, when they were going to shelters, everyone else was off, like,
Oh, good point.
Except for Simon.
Justin, did you hear that?
Why?
So Kiara was saying when he was trying to build the shelters, everyone was like, peace, I'm going swimming. So is he that leader that he thinks he is? Okay,
What
so
about Simon? Though?
we're going to move on because that's a rough one. So we had Ralph at here, and the very bottom, okay?
And the top.
And the top, hit him at every spot.
Who had him at self-actualization?
Me and Nate.
Oh, you and Nate did.
Do you guys have self-actualization? I mean,
Okay. All right. Let's do Jack. Okay. Can I hear from Liz and Grant's group?
We put him at the very bottom
How come?
because in chapter 3 he was just worried about getting food. He said he wanted to have pigs and stuff. That was all he was basically about.
Okay. Remember there was a scene where Ralph is trying to point at the fire, and he's talking about the fire, and the only thing Jack can see is pigs. And Ralph's like, dude, no, I'm not talking about pigs. And he's like, pigs! Literally, it's like he's on repeat of pigs. Okay? Juliana, do you
I
disagree?
feel like it's more like a goal of his. Because he does have food. I think it's not so much of the fact that he wants to eat, it's that he wants to be able to kill the pigs.
Okay.
He needs to feed
I
piggy
think it's
somehow.
more of a bloodlust. He wants to kill the pig not for food, but because he wants to
He wants
kill.
to be like, I
just
can
in
do that,
general.
yes. He's like a
So
sociopath.
he's like,
Grant, do you want to repeat what they're saying? We should probably pay attention unless you want to be medium here. Okay. So Zayla and Juliana were saying it's kind of like a bloodlust, his need to kill this pig, right? So he kind of is at the most primitive state of humankind, right? Is to want to kill something just to kill something, right?
Well, he's telling you to have food.
no,
But
because
there's-
in the book, it literally says, I can find it, but it says that he had this urge, this bloodlust
Oh,
to
yeah.
kill a
Yeah.
pig.
Oh, yeah.
He told his the members of his choir to go swim or something, so he could kill.
And remember when we talked about it, do you need meat to survive?
Yes.
They're on this island. How can you be a vegetarian
I am a
alive?
vegetarian.
I'm sorry, but you're not alive.
I'm
Okay.
alive.
So if you are on an island that has vegetation and fruit and vegetables like it says it has, okay, could you survive? Yes. You don't need to have a pig in the first 3 days that you've been stranded on the island.
Well,
Hold on. Everyone else has their hand up. Okay, Liz.
So if he was just doing it for bloodlust, he wouldn't be he would be lower than that, wouldn't he? Because he doesn't want safety either.
So he might be even
Below
down
the
here,
lowest level.
right?
Yeah.
He could even be lower. Noah.
He doesn't need it though. He already has food, water.
But that's all he's focused on. We talked about
So,
this in our group.
Noah, where's the textual evidence?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Listen to me when I say this. Eyeballs. Eyeballs. Okay. Dylan. Lily. Look at me when I say this. Okay. There is a standard for sophomores across the entire United States of America, and that is to be able to use textual evidence to back up an argument. Okay. That is because when you guys become adults, you don't just come up and say, the sky is purple because I think it's purple. Okay?
People do that nowadays.
People do that nowadays, and you guys are not going to be those citizens of this country that don't know how to say an opinion without backing it up. Okay? So to say an opinion without being able to back it up, we're not going to do that. Because I'm not going to create you guys to do that. Okay? I'm going to mold you into my own little humans that can argue everything with textual evidence. Okay? Does that make sense? You want to be able to argue things with facts and evidence and things you've read. That's what this skill does, okay? So when you're giving me your opinions on these, I want you to say, okay, in the book, like Zayla was like, I can get my book out right now and hit you all with it, figuratively. Okay?
Wait, actually?
I said figuratively!
Actually?
Figuratively! Alex.
I think that Jack is at the very lowest one because Ralph is trying to, like, build a shelter for the safety of others, and he's not really concerned about that. And I think it's, like you said, that he has to have his needs met to move up.
Yes.
And I think for him to be able to feel safe, he needs to, I don't know, he needs to feel accomplished and like, oh, I can take care of these kids, I can get their food.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not really caring about safety.
Okay, so he's still down here,
Yeah.
according to you. Ryan,
Well, I think Jack to be at the third tier because think about it. In ancient times, you had to have a surplus of food before they were able to do anything else. The reason we were able to move on to more advanced stuff, more advanced tech, more advanced to put people and to make houses and stuff is because we had a food surplus to begin.
So are you saying he's down here at the bottom?
No, I'm saying he's at the third tier because.
But you're still talking about food.
But he's smart because he's being smart and getting.
Again, Ryan, where's the textual evidence?
When it says he's going to be bloodlust and going to kill things, that's because he's going to get a food surplus for his people.
Okay, so how do you know
bloodlust is not the same thing as wanting to
you know
get
what
a
bloodlust
surplus
is?
of food.
Bloodlust means you
Yeah.
just want to kill something just to kill it.
But I mean, it could also mean the other people.
No, Ryan, it doesn't mean that.
So Ryan, the whole time you just talked about food. You're like food.
Yeah.
Buddy's here.
It's not.
Okay, you think about linear arguments. Okay? Even if you're saying he's trying to get food for his people, he's still focused on getting food. Okay.
He is the prince.
All right, Julian. Julian's the last person we'll talk about. Jack, and then we'll move on. Zach.
I feel like he does not really care about everybody else at all. He is only focused on himself. He has the food, but he is in a bloodlust.
He's kind of like what you guys are arguing is that he's like super primitive and that he just
he's
is
like psycho.
I don't even think
Like
he cares
a killer.
about eating.
He
Like, I don't
he
think
just
he cares
wants to
about
kill
the food.
Okay. Think about this when you guys
Yeah,
make.
he'll like kill it, not even.
Think about this when you guys make about your predictions, right? If Jack is like below functioning human level, what's going to happen in this book? Okay, Lily, is your hand up, hon? I can't tell.
No.
Okay, so let's move on to. So we had Jack in almost. We had Jack here. Did anyone have Jack elsewhere that they still think is?
Like below everything.
Oh yeah, we have Jack down here too, huh? Jack, you're not even worth it.
Wait, but he wasn't actually able to kill the pig, right?
He just wants to. He's like,
wants to.
I need to kill the pig.
Yeah, what if
Like,
that's
kill
like
anyone.
self-actualization?
Like a pig. Like tastes
Again,
and he like.
does he have these needs met in order to get there? Noah, tell me what intimate relationship he has. True. All right. Bring it back in 3, 2, 1, 0. I want to hear from Hannah and Aiden. Where did you guys put Simon?
We put him at the second one
Okay, why at the second one?
because he has like food and stuff like that. He's kind of taken care of, but again, like they don't really have shelter and stuff like that, and he's not specifically like close to them either, so he's not on the third level.
Okay. This is going to be a huge argument. Can I hear from someone who hasn't talked yet? I want to hear from You want to go, Justin? You spoke a little bit. Simon?
Where did they say he put him?
They put him at safety.
Sure.
You volunteered. I didn't ask you. Okay?
Yeah.
Isaiah, Nathan, or Cole? Cole, do you have your phone out? Okay. I still have Riley's phone out.
Trying to do your FaceTime.
Right. Alright, I want to hear from one of you. Where do you have Simon?
Simon in the second to top one.
Okay, why did you put Simon here?
Because he's always positive and he has friends, he has food and water. And he feels safe because he's always around someone. So.
Can you give me examples of, okay, so at the end of chapter 3, is he around someone?
I can't remember.
Where is he at the end of chapter 3? Someone shout it out.
In his little hut.
No.
He's by himself.
He's by himself wandering through the jungle at night.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
He's like married.
Okay, so again, if we go, oh wait.
Have a buddy that
Buddy system's just a huge.
Ryan, I've been waiting for like 2 seconds. Okay. Again, if you're talking about safety, if he's wandering through the jungle at night and like alone, do you think he feels safe?
Yeah.
Probably.
Sure.
Okay. Anyone else want to agree or disagree with this group? Liz.
I put him at the third one.
How come?
Because, like you said, if he's wandering around at night, he definitely feels safe. And like, I don't think he has like, he's nice to everybody, but I don't think he has like all like they don't think of him as a friend, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Piggy too.
You think Peggy thinks of him as a friend? So now I have an intimate relationship with Peggy. Why do you think that?
Because Simon was the only one that defended Piggy. Piggy was being outdone.
Picked on. Good job. Okay. Zayla.
I think that's very dumb.
Okay, so Zayla thinks he's self-actualized. Why?
Since he has every other level. He is confident in himself for the most part. He has friends. I would say Ralph and Piggy are his friends. He's safe. He has food.
Okay. Feelings, esteem, feelings of accomplishment. What makes him feel that way?
He just when he walks through the forest and stuff by himself, it says that he's safe, but it also says that he's confident in his abilities to defend himself from whatever is out there, or if there is anything even out there.
Okay. Juliana.
I feel like he's on the third one because I feel like he does not really have a deep relationship with anyone.
Okay.
Like, I feel like they're all just kind of like acquaintances, and like they kind of like use each other. Like they need Piggy's glasses, but they all don't like.
Oh, so it's not a relationship. It's more like a barbaric kind of usage.
Like
He did feed the little ones, which was an accomplishment. Plus, I feel like he thinks of them as like family because he like treats them like a family. Like he's like.
Okay. And who did we say? Who did we connect Simon to as a symbol? Jesus Christ, right? So, think if you're looking at Simon from a Jesus perspective, how did these things change?
He would be at the top.
Okay, these things would change, right? All right, we got about 5 minutes, so let's talk about Piggy. Piggy. Okay, where's Piggy at? I want to hear from. I want to hear from Riley Moon. Where did you put Piggy?
We put Piggy at the bottom.
Okay. Here? Physiological?
Because he's pretty much just used by everybody.
Oh, poor guy. Alright, so Piggy's down here, you say. He's being used by everybody. How is he being used?
Well, for one, they took his glasses and they kept stealing his ideas.
It was like an intellectual theft, right?
Yeah.
He'd be like, fire, and they'd be like, I think we should make a fire. He was like,
I know that Ralph did that quite a bit.
Yes.
The shell.
The conch?
Yeah.
That was Piggy's idea, wasn't
He
it?
found the conch, and then Ralph was like, "Oh, I'm going to use this conch."
I'm the
to call a
leader.
meeting."
And they mock him for his asthma and because he's fat and everything.
Well, I mean, he complains about it. He's a giant.
Okay. So, anyone disagree with him being at the bottom level?
I would like to add one.
Nate.
I think he's on the third level because he does have relationships with Ralph and Simon.
Okay, but
I
again,
don't think
But-
he is not
you're
safe.
not you're arguing how he has these things. So how does he have safety needs?
He's also safe because there was nothing that in the book that said he wasn't. And I don't think. Well, is asthma really like a?
No, that's not.
Yeah, you could die from an asthma attack. You start
Well,
closing.
no, I know. I mean, I have asthma, but like.
But he doesn't have his inhaler.
I would like to disagree.
I know, but like.
He's
I would like to disagree.
Kiara.
Did he bring his because like he does feel safe because he doesn't leave in the beastie.
Who, Piggy?
Yeah, Piggy.
Oh, okay.
Smarter than that.
Okay.
He's
Zayla.
at the second level because
Justin.
I feel like he's actively seeking safety. He doesn't feel safe. He doesn't like Jack. Jack is always mean to him. Ralph was kind of mean to him sometimes too.
Okay.
He's scared of some of the other kids. He's scared of the beastie, even if
He's
might
a
not believe
bad
it.
loner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? And I don't mean that literally. I mean he's a big loner. That still is part of the
He's a loner.
He's a loner. We'll just stick with that.
He's
Okay?
just an overweight loner.
That wasn't even what I was going for. I was just saying he's the definition of a loner in this book, right? No one is defending him. Juliana.
He's kind of like, I feel like all of them, this chart kind of in a way represents like society and where people are in society, and so you have like the people living in poverty.
Okay.
And I feel like that's kind of the idea.
Allegory.
That Piggy is.
So you think it's talking about societal differences. Aiden, focus.
That's kind of was my interpretation of this.
Okay. Really quick,
I would like to.
Ryan, I know. I want to hear one prediction that you think will happen based on the fact of where these are at. Okay, Dylan.
I feel like Simon is the only one that's like above anyone. So
Okay.
I feel like he's like at a higher level, so that means he's gonna like survive. the
Oh.
longest, or, like, he's the most right in the head. Everyone else is trying to just like. I feel like everyone else is so.
Okay, someone who completely disagrees with Dylan that thinks Simon is not going to live, raise your hand. I want to hear from you. Okay, Dylan.
I think he's going to die. I think Jack and him are going to fight a lot since he's at the lowest level and Simon's at the highest level.
Okay, because
Jack
Jack's super
is going
primitive.
to be upset for some reason or say he's. I don't know. Something's going to happen. There is some sort of argument.
We put that they're all gonna die because they're not gonna listen to Simon or Piggy.
So, do you think they kill Simon, or do you think everyone else dies and Simon's like, told you?
Well,
Who dies last?
I think that Simon and Piggy are both gonna die because I think they might like kill them or something,
Oh.
or because like they're like done with all their.
Okay.
They don't like.
Okay.
So.
All right, kiddos, it's time to
Can
go.
we give this to you?
Hold your thoughts. Oh wait, hold on. I need your allegory worksheets, and I have a new one for you. So turn in your allegory worksheets on the way out. Yes. And I need your Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Wait, why do you need what?
Wait, you are.
I'm not. Why are you here? But you, every time we do English.
I didn't spoil anything. You guys spoiled everything. So mad. They spoiled
Oh my God.
Never mind, forget everything.
Sophomores, make sure you do your homework. I'm reading chapter 4. No, I do that.
Not my way.
No, what? That's the whole thing. Smarting over a carrot.
Isaiah, make sure you read chapter 4.
It'll be like
It's
just a pigsty, man.
I like English way too much. I was slightly aggressive.
Yeah, you disagree with me. What the heck, Joe?
I had to. It was the bug me if I did not. It was just like the old world classic history. That was just.
Uh-oh, no one texted me. He's gonna say Amber bitch.
I was kind of upset about this. That was all survival my. Well, yeah, it's basically like Alex. That was easy.
I have not.
Have fun, friend. Oh yes.
So you're on the button.
fun activity today?
Yeah, it was so fun. It was fun. I like it.
What?
I like it.
Why are you sitting over there?
I know.
Oh my god.
I need to walk up.
I don't.
For what?
What's AirPod? Hey Tony, you want an AirPod?
No, I'm gonna sit in here and be super antisocial.
Okay, have an AirPod. Yeah, it totally works.